Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Música. So this is a coming-of-age love story that follows an aspiring creator with synesthesia who must come to terms with an uncertain future while navigating the pressures of love, family, and his Brazilian culture in Newark, New Jersey. So, I don't know. Música, and it's got like a tilde or something over it, so I think I'm saying it right. And I think synesthesia is hearing music in your head or something like that. I don't know. 6.5 on IMDb. I mean, that's interesting. 1,538 people rated me on it. Rated on IMDb. Rudy Mancuso, I don't know who he is. Camila Mendes, we know from Riverdale. I also see Smoove is in this. That's it though. Other than that, I don't really recognize anybody, but you know, who knows? As we know, IMDb does not always tell you the whole story. But we'll see. Amazon. So let's check it out. Stick around. I'll let you know what I think. Hey everybody. We're at the credits of Música, and I liked it to a point. And then I really lost interest, and it's for me. I don't know if everybody's going to feel the same way, but let me get you to where I was. So we got our main character, Rudy, I think his name was, whatever. I'm pretty sure that was his name, something like that. But you know, and he's dating this girl for 4 years, and he's Brazilian, lives at home with his mother. You know, they're all, you know, Brazilian. Or she's Brazilian, whatever. His girlfriend is not yet, was Rudy. I had to see that, right? So he has this thing, whatever they call it, where he hears normal everyday sounds, but hears music with them. So, and he doesn't, it's not all the time, you come to find out, but it, you know, it's quite often, and it draws his attention. So sometimes it takes him away from what he wants to do. So that's that dynesthesia or whatever it is that I said. I'm not even going to look it up because that'll take me too much time. But that's the thing that they're referring to. He hears music. So there are parts throughout where it's kind of like a musical throughout the movie, right? I mean, it's not really a musical because a musical they sing their lines and stuff like that. So I don't think that's the right term, but it turns into beats and dance and, you know what I mean, as he hears it, like everybody's moving to the right, you know what I mean, like that kind of thing. But there's no lyrics. It's just the, you know, all the other stuff that goes into it, all the instrumental stuff. So that's where we are with him. Him and his girlfriend decide to break up. She breaks up with him. You know, that's part of the reason because he's always, you know, drifting and not focused. But they also have different kinds of plans, I think, basically. So they break up. Now his mother, she was, I don't know what nationality, but she was not Brazilian. So his mother was like, I want you to get a Brazilian girl. So, and that's interesting. When I started to see that, you see that like with Italians, you see that with Jewish, you know, they all want you to stay in the ethnicity or in the religion or whatever it is. You know, get yourself a good Catholic girl, people will say, you know. So that's interesting. I mean, so I never knew that with, you know, Brazilians. That's what they want you to stay within the Brazilian. So at points I think to myself, like, would that have been good? You know what I mean? Like, would you find somebody really nice that's in your whatever category that your mother wants you to find, and you get set up with all these different dates? Or is it handcuffing like we appear to be? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But of course, after he breaks up with his girlfriend, he finds Isabella, who is Camille Mendes, right? That's her name. So she comes into the picture and they start to hit it off. Right, so it's cool. He is also he does puppets, is his kind of gig. He's going to school, but he also does puppets on the subway that has a little music to them, but tells stories, and, you know, he's looking for change. And that's the other thing. That's why his other girlfriend broke up with him, because it's not like a real job. He's not focused. He doesn't have goals. He's just playing with puppets, and so that's the other reason. So he meets Isabella. And of course she's more, you know, he likes her. She's more encouraging about the things that he wants to do. So you get it, right? You see where we're going with all this. Seems like a catch here. Finally done with this one. Well, it gets to the point where now, and this is, halfway through the movie, so if you don't want to hear this, but I'm sorry, but it's not going to spoil the movie. But he gets, the original girlfriend wants to get back with him while he just started dating Isabella. And so he's trying to juggle the two of them. That is when it drove me crazy. I just couldn't stand watching it. It made me feel really, really uncomfortable, especially the restaurant scene. I mean, ultimately the restaurant scene, but, the way that they portrayed it in the film, they were just like kind of like changing the background sets and stuff like that. I don't know. I just for some reason didn't like it. So, again, it might be for everybody else, and it just bothered me. I know it's more of a personal preference, but that bothered me. So I didn't like that. I didn't like the whole setting, but I also didn't like the way, the anxious feeling I got watching it as he was doing that. And of course, I think as a natural viewer, you're rooting for the new girl because she seems like she's better for him than the old girl. So it's like, why would you mess that up kind of thing? So that was going on, and I lost a little bit of interest. And so there you go. So that's what the whole movie's about. I thought it was an interesting premise. Wasn't great, but it went downhill after that for me. So, and that's okay, because not all the movies have to be perfect for me, right? They could be for everybody else. And I also thought it was very, very interesting, the ending. I honestly did not know it was over. I was on my phone a lot from that point going forward. And I was on my phone. I was paying attention. I knew what was happening, and I won't tell you. I knew what was going on. And next thing you know, the credits roll. And I was like, oh, wow. What an interesting way to end this. So, and I like that. It's different. It's original. That's what usually different means, is it's going to be original. So, and all those other synonyms that I can think of that would go along with that. It's not commonly done, but I did like that aspect of it. So, a romantic comedy with a little, Brazilian flavor in there that I didn't really laugh out loud. J.B. Simmons was the food truck guy who was kind of like, he would talk to him, his confidant. He would talk to him about different things. So small role there. He was probably, I mentioned that because he was probably the funniest part of all this. Besides the guy's hair. I thought the guy's hair was very, very interesting. And then, maybe, I don't know. But, there you go. That's what I got. Yeah. Oh, his name was Rudy. He was also the director. So Rudy Mancuso. And he kept Rudy as his name in the movie. And he was the director. I did see he was the executive producer. But usually the big stars are always executive producers. So was Camila Mendes. But he was the director and the executive producer, so there you go. Sorry, Rudy, I just didn't like the way you made me feel at certain points. But again, that's not for everybody. Otherwise, if you like these types of romantic comedies and what are they called, love triangles, this one might be for you. Didn't laugh out loud that much, but I didn't have to. There was cute moments in it that made you smile. And I think that was enough. I wasn't going into it thinking it's going to be a hilarious comedy. Just enough to uplift me. There you go. I feel like I'm rambling. I apologize. Hopefully this was helpful. Probably out of 5 or 6 for me on this one. And that's all I got. Alright. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.